Madagascar, an island off the east coast of Africa, is as big as the United Kingdom and Germany combined. Currently 7,000 kilometers of tarmac exists. When you leave the few tarmac roads behind, road travel is measured in days or weeks. For many years, MAF, Mission Aviation Fellowship, has operated in Madagascar. MAF transports aid workers and cargo to the airstrip closest to the population in need. If they cannot be reached by air, there will be a gap in the coverage of relief programs. That is why MAF has requested Hoveraid to combine the efforts to reach the unreachable.
Hoveraid werkt onder de meest geïsoleerde bevolkingsgroepen van Madagaskar. De gebieden zijn heel moeilijk te bereiken, vaak maanden per jaar totaal afgesloten.
Madagascar's west coast has an estimated network of rivers and beaches of more than 10,000 kilometers. At least here, 2.5 million people can be reached by a hovercraft. In addition to a further 1 million on the east coast, all in areas that are otherwise completely isolated.
Door middel van Hovercraft, off-road vehicles, heeft Hoveraid de middelen en de mensen en de kennis om dit soort gebieden te bereiken en daar te werken onder deze vergeten bevolkingsgroepen.
Many remote areas have no basic healthcare, no clean drinking water and poor sanitation conditions. Malnutrition is widespread in children, making the children susceptible to illness. The number of people that need medical care is enormous.
Daarnaast werken we ook regelmatig samen met een Amerikaanse ontwikkelingsorganisatie, PSI. Deze hebben teams over heel Madagaskar die voorlichting geven over malaria, over familieplanning, over drinkwater. En ook deze teams brengen wij in de meest afgelegen gebieden van Madagaskar.
Well, hovercraft works by pushing air underneath the body of the vehicle. It has a big fan at the back that pushes air underneath, and as the air escapes from underneath the skirt around the sides of the hovercraft, that reduces the friction, and then we have two other fans that push the vehicle along. And because the hovercraft is sitting on top of the water surface, it doesn't actually have to be in the water, so it can go over land as well. The skirt conforms or changes its shape to accommodate the water or the land that it's going over, makes a seal all the way around with a little gap that the air rushes out through, and that little gap is all we need. So we're actually flying at about 6 millimeters above the ground.
Medical services are very far from here. The nearest medical services would be in Bemavu, which is further up the river, and then Beruruha, which is the largest town in this area. And to get to Beruruha, it would probably take 2 days from this particular village. We do a short interview before and after the projections. We're finding that many people have never been to school at all. Clean water issues, I think, is something very new as well. These people are very lucky to be near a water source. Everything is done there: clothes washing, fishing, bathing, and drinking. And children will just run to the river and stick their face in and drink water.
People haven't had any source of access to outside information. For instance, the population is not aware of the real causes of malaria. Therefore, PSI has an educational program on malaria and promote the use of mosquito nets.
La plupart des maladies, c'est le paludisme, la bilharziose, la diarrhée surtout, parce que l'infrastructure sanitaire est très mauvaise.
Hoveraid is een van de organisaties die in 2007 het MMS-programma gestart is. Dit is een programma waarbij we Malagasy-artsen vanuit de hoofdstad meenemen. En deze artsen kunnen daar prima hun werk doen, omdat ze de taal spreken, de gebruiken kennen, de meest voorkomende ziektes prima kunnen onderscheiden. En daarnaast vullen we de teams aan met enige buitenlandse specialisten als die kennis in Madagascar ontbreekt.
Oui, il est nécessaire d'avoir des médecins étrangers avec des spécialités pour améliorer nos capacités en connaissances médicales, voir aussi les réalités dans ces endroits reculés de Madagascar. À long terme, nous pensons mettre sur place des équipes, des infrastructures qui pourront aider ces gens, mais nous travaillons aussi de façon holistique, c'est-à-dire dans le développement de la personne entière, sur le plan agriculture, sur le plan éducation, sur le plan intellectuel, pour qu'il puisse y avoir plus d'évolution et pour qu'on puisse attaquer le problème à la base même.
Besides transportation, Hoveraid also provides camp facilities, such as tents, sanitation, food and communication equipment, for example, HF radio, set phones, email and electricity supply. Hoveraid is prepared for immediate emergency response, especially cyclone relief for regions cut off due to flooding or damage to infrastructure.
I suppose what we're trying to do in a nutshell is enable other organisations to do the things that they do best in those communities that need that help and support the most.
Hoveraid supports with their Hovercraft service, relief, development organisations, churches and missions by providing access to otherwise unreachable areas.